Hey everyone, this is Nikita from Parcel Tracker, and today I want to show you guys how I'd set up my account to streamline internal parcel management and laboratory operations. When parcels arrive, they must be logged, stored correctly, and then routed to the appropriate team without error. Parcel Tracker speeds up the intake process and helps maintain accountability at every step. By the end of this tutorial, your parcel management workflow should look something like this. Parcel arrives to the mailroom. I can scan parcels with my phone camera using the Parcel Tracker mobile app. From the In tab, we'll press Check-in. Then hold the camera over the label, and press and hold the button to pick up the name and the barcode. I can add tags, assign the parcel storage location, and write notes. Parcel Tracker auto-extracts images from the scan, but we can add additional photos if needed. I can do this for multiple parcels in a row. Press Save to add the parcel to your cart and continue scanning. This is the second parcel label. Again, we'll press and hold the button to pick up the name and the barcode. If the app fails to do both, it'll pick up the name first and then prompt you to scan the barcode. Then you can add tags, assign the parcel a storage location, write notes, and get additional photos if needed. Press Save to add the parcel to your cart and continue scanning. You can also add in parcels via manual input. First, select the recipient. You can search for the recipient or select one from the list. If the parcel has a barcode, then you can scan it, but you can also add a manual identifier if it's not available. Press on the little pen icon on the lower left corner, and you can add a manual identifier, or press the dice to create a randomly generated one. We recommend marking this number on the parcel. Press the check mark to create the log, and then you can add tags, assign a storage location, write notes, and get a photo of the parcel. Press Save to add the parcel to your cart. When you're done scanning the parcels, open your cart in the lower right corner, and then press Check-in. Those parcels are now checked in, and the recipient will receive a notification telling them to collect their parcel. This notification will contain a QR code which they need to use upon collection. When the recipient is ready to collect, they'll present their QR code, and then from there we'll go to the Out tab, select Checkout. First, scan the QR code, and then scan the parcel that the recipient is going to collect, or select it from the cart. Then press Checkout. Optionally, you can add a signature, notes about the collection, and a photo of the person collecting the parcel. When you're done, press Complete Checkout. Those parcels will now be signed out. If you have an internal courier who can deliver parcels directly to the end recipients, they can also sign out parcels through the app. The internal courier will go to Checkout, and he can either scan the barcode of the parcel directly, or he can select the parcel from the cart. Then he'll press Checkout. He can get a signature to confirm delivery. He can also add notes and a photo of the person collecting the parcel. Then press Complete Checkout. That parcel is now signed out. Let's start by creating a Parcel Tracker account, and to do that, just go to parceltracker.com and select Start for Free to create your free account. Here's what your dashboard will look like upon signing in, and before anything else, I want to show you guys how you can customize your account. And to do that, we'll go to Settings, and you'll be able to edit your company name, add your company logo, and even add your address if needed. To edit your company name, just enter the new one. And to upload your logo, click Upload Logo. Select the file from your device. You can crop the image as needed. And when you're happy with the changes, click Save Changes. While we're here, there are some features that I want to enable, and to do that, let's go to Features. And I want to enable both Batch Parcel Collection and Additional Parcel Details. Batch parcel collection should be enabled if you have an internal courier who can deliver parcels directly to the end recipient. The courier will be able to sign them out through Parcel Tracker. And if I get a high volume of deliveries every day, it would be really helpful to add additional parcel details. Later, when we scan parcels through Parcel Tracker, we'll be able to assign tags, a storage location, and even get additional photos of the parcel, and place all of that information into a digital log which you can view later on from either the app or the dashboard. When that's done, it's finally time to upload our recipients, so let's go back to the dashboard. Click on Recipients. And you'll be able to bulk upload recipients using a CSV list, or you can add them in individually. The reason why we want to upload a recipient list first is because Parcel Tracker will use this data to match parcels to the correct recipient and notify that recipient at the same time. Parcel Tracker can now read labels for recipients who don't currently exist, and will give you the option to create a new one. However, it's still best to start with the recipient list first so that you can log parcels in quickly without having to slow down to add a new recipient for each parcel. I'll show you how to bulk upload recipients first, and to do that, we'll go to Import List. And you can either download a template, which you can fill in, or you can select an existing file from your device. Here's what that template looks like. You'll see that there are some optional fields, but the most important ones you'll need will be the recipient's first name, their last name, their email. The reason why we need their email is because Parcel Tracker will use this as the primary notification platform. And finally, their location. And when my recipient list is ready, we'll select Browse File, select the file from your device, tick this box that says you have permission to upload the data, click Continue. In this tab, you want to make sure that each column is mapped out to the correct property, and here's an example of when I encountered an error. In this example, unit, which I used to define room numbers, was not recognized as a location, so all I had to do was select the correct property, and in this case it would be the location. And when you're done, click Continue. Review the data. You can even make any last-minute changes from here. And when you're done, click Continue. Then finally confirm and upload the data. Parcel Tracker will show you if there were any errors during the process, if there were any duplicate recipients, or if any recipient data was updated from an old CSV list. So now let's view all recipients. Since ID and alias are empty, we can hide them. Just hover over the field, click this hamburger icon, and then click Hide. Next, I'll show you how to upload recipients individually. Let's say that there's someone that I want to authorize to be able to order supplies and equipment for the department. We'll click on Add Recipient, enter the necessary details, then click Add and create another to add a new recipient, or Add to close the window. The next thing I'd want to do is to set up my scanning devices. Since Parcel Tracker is a mobile app, I can use a phone or a tablet. Apple or Android will both work, but for best performance, we recommend at least an iPhone SE, or an Android with 6 GB of RAM and a 2.8 GHz processor. You can have designated devices in each site, or you can have staff download the app onto their personal phones. And if so, you want to add them in as Mailroom users. So to do that, let's go back to Settings, select Mailroom Users, and then click Invite User. Enter the necessary details. You'll also be able to select their permission levels. If you want this person to just be able to scan in and scan out parcels, then just invite them as normal. But if you want them to have control over the site or the settings, then invite them as admin. And when you're done, click Send. This person will receive an invite to become a user on your account. The next thing I'd want to do is to set up my tags. So let's go to Tags under Configurator. Parcel Tracker already comes with default tags, but you can add more as needed. As mentioned prior, when you scan in a parcel through Parcel Tracker, you'll be able to assign it a tag. For laboratories, tags can be used to define what type of parcel you're handling, what needs to be done, or where it needs to go. So we can use more general tags like fragile, or we can use special handling tags like whether it's needed for cold storage or for hazardous material. To add a tag, click Add Tag, enter the name, and you can even select a custom color so that it's easier to see. Next, let's set up our storage locations. Storage locations can be assigned to a parcel upon the scan-in. This can help prevent the parcels from going missing and makes it easier to locate once the recipient is ready to collect their parcel. With Parcel Tracker, you can map out the entire physical space and really narrow it down to each shelf, each rack, each cabinet, and even freezers if you use freezers. So to add a location, click on Add Location, enter the name, and then click Save and Add Another to add a new location, or Save to close the window. Finally, let's set up our notifications. So still under Settings, we'll go to Inbound Notifications. When parcels get scanned in through the Parcel Tracker app, recipients will automatically receive a notification, and when they collect a parcel, they will also receive a confirmation email. Through the web platform, you can customize the content of these notifications, set a schedule, and even set reminders. In the center, you'll see a table of all your enabled notifications for the site, including the template's name, the type of notification it is, which channels it's active in, and which site it's used. But since we only have one site, you can just disregard this. First, let's see how to add your branding to a notification, and to do that, we'll click on Global Style, and you can upload your logo. You can also select the size, and you can also set custom background and accent colors to match your branding. When you're happy with the changes, click Update. That style will now be applied to all of your notifications. Next, let's look at customizing notifications, but first I want to show you what kind of notifications we support. We have 4 types of notifications. A check-in notification is what the recipient would receive when a parcel is scanned in, and it will include a QR code which they can use upon collection. Checkout or collection notifications are confirmation emails telling the recipient that they've collected a parcel. Reminders can be set so that recipients pick up their parcels in a more timely manner. And you can also set up welcome notifications for recipients who have been recently added to the Parcel Tracker account. First, I'll show you how to edit a template. So let's select one of our default templates. Just hover over the field and then click Open. This will take you to the Configuration tab. You'll be able to customize the contents of the message, and on the right, you'll see a preview of what the notification will look like. You can change the notification's name, enter a completely new message. You can also include or exclude any of these variables, and you can even enable advanced parcel details. This will show the recipient things like notes, who the courier was, and when the delivery arrived. When you're happy with the changes, click Submit, and your template will be updated. Next, I'll show you how to create a template, and to do that, just click Create Template. Select the type of notification you want to create. Let's say you want to create a reminder. Again, you can edit any of the necessary fields, and you can even set a reminder delay and a maximum number of reminders. When you're done, click Submit, and you have successfully created the template, but it's still not assigned to your site. And to do that, we'll click Assign Template, select the template, and you'll see it's been added. Next, I want to show you some additional actions that you can do with your templates. So just hover over your desired notification, click on the 3 dots, and you'll be able to schedule, duplicate, and remove the template if needed. Let's look at scheduling notifications, so just click Schedule. Scheduling can be done if you need a buffer between scanning parcels and then notifying the recipients. This is useful if you get a high intake of deliveries every day and need all parcels to be scanned in before facilitating collections. Click Enable, and then choose your delay. Click Update, and you're done. Next, I'll show you how to scan in and scan out parcels through Parcel Tracker. You're now looking at my phone screen, and I want to show you guys where you can find Parcel Tracker on the iOS App Store or the Google Play Store. So whichever one you're on, just go to Search, look for Parcel Tracker, select Parcel Tracker-Mailroom, and this is the app that you want to download. Once you do, just sign in with your account details and you'll be able to start scanning. Here's what the app looks like. I want to show you guys these 4 tabs. The first one is In, which is what we use to scan in parcels. Out to sign out parcels. Manage to manage parcels, recipients, and users. And Settings to access our live chat support, our online knowledge base, and configure the features. I moved my phone screen a bit to the right so that I can show you guys a flowchart of where parcels are currently at in your workflow. I have some sample labels here. And when parcels arrive to your mailroom or your receiving bay, we'll select Check-in. Hold the camera over the label, and then press and hold the button to pick up both the name and the barcode. Since we enabled additional parcel details earlier, we'll be able to assign tags. Assign the parcel a storage location. Parcel Tracker auto extracts images upon the scan-in, but you can add additional photos, like if, for example, you have a big parcel and you want to take a wider photo so you know what it looks like, you can totally do that. Just click on this image, press take a photo. You can also select one from your gallery. Take a photo as normal. And when you're done, click Save. This adds the parcel to your cart, and you can scan multiple parcels in a row. Here's my second parcel label. Again, we'll press and hold the button to pick up the name and the barcode. If for any reason the app fails to do both, it'll pick up the name first and then prompt you to scan the barcode. And again, we'll be able to assign tags, assign the parcel a storage location, and get an additional photo of the parcel. Press Save to add the parcel to your cart. Next, I want to show you how you can add parcels manually. This is useful if, for example, you're unable to scan the parcel because the label is covered in stickers or the parcel doesn't have a barcode. First, we'll select the recipient. You can search for the recipient. If the parcel has a barcode, you can scan it, but if it doesn't, you can add a manual one, and to do that, just click this pen icon. You can add a custom identifier, or you can select the dice to generate a random one, and when you're done, click on the check mark. This adds the parcel to your cart, and again, you'll be able to assign tags, storage location, and get a photo of the parcel. When you're done, press Save. And once you've scanned in all your parcels, select the cart. This will show you a preview of all the parcels you've scanned. If you want to edit a parcel's details or delete the parcel, you can swipe right on the parcel and then select Edit or Delete. And when you're done, press Check-in. The parcels will now be checked into your account. Next, I'll show you how to sign out parcels if you have an internal courier who's going to deliver parcels directly to the end recipient. The internal courier will go to the Out tab, select Checkout, and he can either scan the parcel labels or he can select them from the cart. Let's select Albert's parcel and then press Checkout. The internal courier will need to get a signature as proof of delivery. He can also add notes about the collection or add a photo of the person collecting the parcel, and when he's done, he'll select Complete Checkout, and that parcel will now be checked out. Next, I'll show you how to sign out parcels when a recipient comes to collect. As mentioned prior, when a parcel is scanned in, the recipient will receive a QR code to collect their parcel. They'll need to present this QR code to you to sign out their parcel. And when they show you their QR code, again, we'll press Checkout. First, scan their QR code, and then scan the parcels that they're going to collect. Alternatively, you can also select it from the cart. Since you scan the QR code first, it'll filter out the parcels according to the recipient's name, and then you can simply select them, and then press Checkout. Since a QR code was used, you don't need to add a signature, but you can still add notes and a photo. And when you're done, press Complete Checkout. And those parcels have now been signed out. We're now back at our web dashboard, and I want to show you guys one more way to sign out parcels. You can also sign out parcels through the web, and to do that, we'll select Parcels, hover over the parcel that you want to sign out, and click Open, and then click Checkout Parcel. You can add notes, and get a signature to confirm delivery, and then click Collect. That marks the parcel as collected. I want to show you guys one more tab that I think you'll find really helpful, and that's our Statistics tab. So let's go to Statistics. In this tab, you'll be able to see information like your peak check-in and checkout times, your top couriers, and your average parcel turnaround time. Since this is a new account, we don't have a lot of data here yet, but I'll show you guys what it looks like once you've spent enough time with the software. Now, I want to give you guys an example of how I would use this information to improve my internal parcel management operations. If I notice that my peak check-in times happen around the same day or hour, I can use this data to allocate more resources like extra helping hands and parcel trolleys to accommodate the incoming deliveries, or I can perform a parcel audit so I can make sure that there's enough space in my receiving bay for all the new incoming parcels. Average parcel turnaround time refers to the amount of time it takes for a parcel to be collected once it's been signed in. If I notice that I have high average times, it might mean that I need to hire more internal couriers or find out where bottlenecks are occurring to make sure that supplies and equipment aren't getting delayed. And that is it for our tutorial. Please let us know if you found this video helpful, which features you like best, and which features you'd like to see us add in the future. Subscribe to stay up to date, and check out the description box to find the sign-up link. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.